Hi friends. So recently I got tagged on Facebook for a 10-day movie challenge that has been passing around, and I couldn't have been more excited. The person who tagged me was a former newspaper colleague of mine, whose opinions in the pop culture world I have always valued and looked forward to hearing. So the fact that she tagged me made it even more exciting. But as you know, I am a film geek, so the idea behind it is to share every day a scene, some picture from a movie that had an impact on you. And no explanation. Now, here's the only drawback to that. Me? No explanation? Come on. Like, that's almost impossible. So I am keeping my end of the bargain out on Facebook, but I decided I was going to make these short, little, less than 5-minute tirades, celebrations of the films that I pick. And if you're interested in hearing why I picked it, then you'll listen. And if not, you'll just see the picture and go, oh, Amadeus. Okay. Which brings me to day one. Amadeus. So, why did I pick this movie? Well, back in 1984, when it came out, I didn't see it then. I saw it after it won the Oscar for Best Picture. And I was working in a theater at Coastland Mall down in Naples, Florida. And this was like my favorite place to be, because if I wasn't at the theaters working or seeing my free movies every day, I was allowed to see one free movie, I was down the mall strip at Camelot Music spending all my money. So I saw Amadeus not once but twice, and I don't do that. You have to understand, I do not usually go to the movie theaters twice for the same film. It's just, I don't have that kind of money, I don't have that kind of time, it just seems silly. But I had to see this a second time. I was mesmerized by it. I was in awe. I had never seen anything like it. The sound of it, period pieces with humor, this was new to me. I just went to it thinking, oh, there's the guy from Animal House, that was pretty much my entire expectations. Never knew I would be enthralled with F. Murray Abraham's performance as Salieri. He was terrific and very deserving of the Oscar, I might add. But it just completely changed the way that I looked at films, but also introduced me to, for me, a whole new genre of music. I left that place and I went down to Camelot Music and I bought the double LP, that's right, long playing record, and I played that at home until I put scratches in it, just over and over again. I sought out classical music on the radio. I think it might have been the feed we were getting from either the Fort Myers USF radio station or Tampa, and I just listened to classical music and bought every piece I could find from Mozart and Tchaikovsky and Brahms. Started filling up my record collection with pieces I didn't even know if I was going to like them. I just was like, this looks good, and I would just buy it. And I remember, like, it changed how I viewed music as well. I always loved music, but, like, for example, I found a piece on one of the radio shows that had, I believe it was pictures at an exhibition by, is it Mussorgsky? I think I have the right composer. I apologize to the musicians out there if I've totally tattled his name. But I loved how I could close my eyes and I could envision every instrument as a character and every new piece of the composition as a scene, and it told a story to me in a way that I had never experienced before. And I don't think that would have happened had I not found this music through a movie. I'm not a musician. I have some musicality, I have some rhythm, I've always loved music, but I don't think like a musician. That's something very specific. The same way writers have a certain way they think and the way they look at things. And filmmakers, I'm sure, similarly have a certain way that they look at the world. And it caused me to listen to music as a storyteller and as a reader in a way that I never had before. So Amadeus, a really special movie to me, and I highly recommend it to anybody looking for something very different. Thanks for listening, if you did.